Hey everyone, welcome back to MNMM PT NAATI. This is Manmohit. Now, guys, in today's video, I am going to share with you all 5 of the most frequently asked questions by all of you for the students in our coaching sessions and students who comments over here on YouTube and any other social media. So I would be covering those 5 of the most common ones and I'll be answering them on the basis of my experience, our students' experience, the experiments that we have done in the real exam, and so on. Just before I proceed, if you need any coaching for PTE Core or PTE Academic or for NAATI Hindi, Punjabi or Gujarati, you can message us on Instagram or Facebook. The links are there in the description. Or you can simply search for M&MMPT NAATI and you will find us over there. Message us and we can have a discussion of how we can assist you and we can assist you in getting your desired scores on the very first go. Let's start with this one. The very first question, the most frequently asked one, and you might have seen so many videos on that and there's so many different resources out there, everyone is talking about it, is one line strategy still working? As per our latest experiment that we have done, yes, it is absolutely working. As in, if you were to speak one sentence out of the complete paragraph, it definitely works. Now there is a specific way of doing that in the real exam. However, in saying that, even though it is working now, we absolutely do not recommend using this one line strategy in the real exam. I'll explain you the reason as well in a bit. Now, what happens with this one is, as the name says, you get a read aloud paragraph and you just have to read one sentence out of it. It could be any sentence, the words just need to be in sequence. That's the only important thing. It could be the first sentence, it could be the middle sentence, it could be the last one, it doesn't matter. You just have to pick 8, 10, 12 words in a row, not making even a single mistake. And if you speak all of them properly, fluently, pronouncing all the words right, not missing anything in between, you can get a full score in your read aloud instead of reading out the complete paragraph. Now, the reason I do not recommend using this is it creates an immense pressure in the exam that when you know that you have to speak those 10 to 12 words in a sequence without even making a single mistake, there's a great pressure on you that you can't even afford to make a single mistake. Because the moment you make one mistake, it's game over. Like the amount of scores you would lose after making one mistake would be hefty. So we just have to make sure, instead of going over that shortcut side of the things, because Pearson right now it is working, there is no guarantee when you are about to give your exam this thing will work or not. So even though it is working as per our experiment, we would not recommend you doing so. You're paying so much money. The PT exam fees has also increased. It used to be $445, now it is $460. So prefer, because your hard-earned money, you don't want it to be wasted, prefer not using that. Just speak the complete paragraph. If you see any word which you feel that you cannot pronounce, you have tried pronouncing it but you're not able to pronounce it when you get that preparation time, you can skip that 1 or 2 words in a paragraph. That should be fine, but then still prefer speaking the complete paragraph instead of just going down that shortcut which may or may not work when you are about to give your real exam. Next one is again a very common question that we get asked pretty much every day is, can we add extra words and write from dictation? Look, short answer, yes you can. Long answer, you can, but then prefer limiting it up to maximum 3 additional words, no more than that. Now we have tried doing that in the real exam as well in terms of an experiment, that if we were to add more than 3 words, let's say 7 or 8 words even, do we lose marks? We did not, but then we have had few students who, after putting extra like 7, 8, 10 extra words, they did not end up getting a full score even though they did put the complete sentence perfectly. So we again prefer not taking that risk because exam is again very expensive. Prefer limiting your extra words to a maximum of 3 words and only add it at the places where you feel that it should be added. If you're unsure of a spelling of a word and you have got 2 different versions of the spelling, put that extra word over there. If you were unsure if the word was in the past tense or the present tense, put an extra word over there. If you were unsure of the word, let's say whether the word is singular or plural, you can put an extra word over there, but only put where you actually think that, okay, putting an extra word will help you that either this word or that word would be correct, and then you can move on. But prefer not putting more than 3 words is what I would recommend all of you out there. Next one, does notes in retail lecture have to make sense? Now, we always recommend in retail lecture when you take notes, take phrases, not keywords, not sentences, but phrases. Phrases means group of 2 or more words. coming together. That's very important. Now, do the notes have to make sense in retail lecture? Absolutely not. You can have two word phrases out of the audio, combine them, speak it out without even adding a connector in between, without even making a sense of them. I have had few students when I was taking classes for coaching, when Mohit was taking classes for their coaching, and they do ask us in their personal Telegram groups that we create where we give them feedback on a daily basis of how they're performing. They do send us their audios, and what they have done is they have tried to combine the phrases and make a sense out of it. And with that, what has happened is they've fumbled a lot. They have not maintained their fluency because they're thinking a lot on the spot. And because of that, they do lose marks in content. They do lose mark in their fluency and also the pronunciation, and their confidence drops significantly. Prefer not making any sense out of it. Whatever notes you've written down from the retail lecture is what you have to go with. Speak all the phrases out together without adding any connectors, without making any sense, and you can still get a perfect score provided you are fluent, provided you pronounced all the words correctly, and your content was accurate and was taken from the audio itself. Question number 4 is, are scores in practice websites reliable? Now, I will not take any name of any website out there because all are doing their job. You can use pretty much any website that is available out there. You create your accounts. If you want, you can buy their subscriptions. It's completely upon you. It's good to practice the material for them. It's good for all the topics which have got either a correct answer or a wrong answer. For example, fill in the blanks reading plus writing, write from dictation, those kind of topics. But topics which involve AI, artificial intelligence, topics like all the topics from your speaking, topics like summarize spoken text, writing essay, any such topics, read aloud, repeat sentence, all those. Prefer not relying on the scores that you get in those websites, because I can tell you right now one thing: whatever website is out there, they can never give you the scores that can happen in the real exam. It is just not possible. The Pearson's official software takes billions of dollars to create. Like, it's a proper machine learning software that they're using. The websites out there cannot replicate that. They are using a simple thing called voice to text. So pretty much in that case, it may give you somewhat relevant scores, but then it can never take into account what a real machine learning would in the real exam. So prefer not relying on these scores. Use them, use their material, it's great. Use the exam material, it's great. Use their prediction files, that's again great, but then prefer not relying on the scores. That's when we come in. All the students who are taking coaching from us, they have been added in a personal Telegram group with us. Like, it's only me, Mohit, and just that student in just one small group. So that student can feel also confident while sharing their audios, sharing the written work that they have done, and they get feedback on a daily basis, because then they know, okay, they have done this, we check their audios and written work, we provide them feedback, okay, this is correct, this is wrong, this is how you need to do it, this is how you improve, these are the things that you have to change. And once they follow those, implement them, and make those changes and amendments, that's when they go and give the real exam, the testimonies are right in front of you. Pretty much everyone is getting their desired scores. They're getting their 65s, they're getting their 79s, they're even getting a perfect 90 or 90, because they are doing what is supposed to happen. They're doing what a computer is expecting from them. And that is literally the only way you can get your desired scores, if you do what a computer asks you to do. One final question, and that is for repeat sentence, that I can't repeat the complete sentence. What should I do in that case? Now, even I can tell you one thing right now. Even if you're aiming for a perfect 90, let's forget about 65 or 79 for a second. Even if you need a perfect 90 or 90 in your exam, you just have to make sure of two things: your fluency and your pronunciation. I'll be coming on the content after this, but fluency and pronunciation is the main game of this topic. If you can handle these two parts, the next part would be your content. Now, if you're aiming for a perfect 90 in terms of content, and I've literally tried that in my real exam where I got a perfect 90 in listening and I got a perfect 90 in speaking as well. What you have to do is, as long as if you get 10 sentences in the exam, out of 10, if in 8 sentences you can speak 100% of the content, and 2 sentences you can even speak 50% content or more, you can still get a perfect 90. Which on an average works out to be, if you are able to speak about 90 to 95% of the content in every sentence, you can get a perfect 90. If you are someone who's aiming for 79, out of 10 sentences, if you can speak 7 sentences perfectly, but other 3 sentences even 50%, the average still works out to be easily getting 79 plus. Like if I give you my example, when I got repeat sentences in my exam, I got about 10 sentences and I was able to speak about 7 sentences perfectly, 100%. I didn't even make a single mistake, but other 3 sentences were pretty long and I was able to speak about 70 to 80% only. So more than 50%, and then the other 7 sentences I spoke 100%. So even though my answers were not perfect for the other 3, I still ended up getting a perfect 90 in listening and in speaking both. So even Pearson knows that it's not possible for everyone to speak all the sentences perfectly. There is a marginal error that can happen. So if you make a mistake in the exam in repeat sentence in terms of content, that's fine. Do not let your fluency and your pronunciation get impacted because of that. Do not lose confidence because of that. Content, yes, it is important, but most important thing would be your fluency and pronunciation in order for you to get a perfect 90. And if you need 65 or 79, then even a bit less content will do the job. But yes, you can't jeopardize your fluency and pronunciation both. So these were the 5 questions I wanted to address in this video. These were the most common ones. Again, everyone's brain is different. Everyone's questions might be different. If you have got any burning questions which you are not sure of and you want a clarification on that, you can again put that in the comments down below and me and Mohit can address those questions. And like I said, if you need any coaching from us, we personally provide the coaching. So if you need coaching for PTE core or academic or NAATI Hindi, Punjabi and Gujarati, you can again message us on Instagram or Facebook. We are there, the admin is there. Message us and we can assist you in getting these exams cleared and getting those crucial points that you need towards a permanent residency. Guys, all the best if you have got your exams coming soon. Stay safe wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next video.